The 911 dispatcher's voice crackled over the radio, sharp with urgency, prompting Officer Martinez to straighten in his seat. "We've got a report of a dangerous dog threatening residents at Maple Grove Estates. Caller says the animal is aggressive and refusing to leave her property." Martinez exchanged a glance with his partner, Officer Chen. "Another HOA dog call," he muttered. They both knew the neighborhood, tightly wound and tightly regulated. But when they arrived at the Willow Street address, there was no snarling beast. Instead, a regal German shepherd sat in absolute stillness, his eyes fixed on a weathered shed behind the picture-perfect colonial home. The intensity of the dog's focus was unmistakable. This wasn't some backyard barker. This was a trained professional. "My name is Marcus Sullivan, and that German shepherd is Titan, my retired canine partner. We moved to Maple Grove Estates 3 months ago. After 20 years in law enforcement, 15 of those working side by side with Titan, I wanted peace, quiet, and a good place to retire. I didn't expect Karen Fitzgerald. Karen, president of the HOA, ran this corner of suburbia like a dictatorship, wrapped in passive-aggressive smiles and wielding a clipboard like a sword. From the moment she laid eyes on Titan, she had a problem.
"What a large dog for a family neighborhood,"
she had said during our first encounter, clutching her clipboard like it might shield her.
"I hope you're aware of our pet regulations. Leashed, muzzled, and absolutely silent between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m.
I showed her Titan's service certification, explained his years of decorated police work. She gave me that tight-lipped smile and replied,
"Rules are rules, Mr. Sullivan, even for former police dogs."
Within a week, the complaints began. Noise violations, though Titan hadn't made a sound. Reports of him intimidating children, who in reality were petting him, with their parents' blessing. Karen would show up at my door, logging imaginary infractions with zeal.
"I'm just doing my duty,"
she'd say, sickly sweet.
"A dog that size could be dangerous. What if he snaps?"
But then something unusual started happening. On our morning walks, Titan began showing interest in Karen's property. Not aggressive, alert, focused. His ears would perk, nose twitching, posture sharpening. I chalked it up to her cat, Mr. Whiskers. But the behavior kept escalating. It was during a neighborhood barbecue at my friend Tom's house when the missing pieces started falling into place. The next morning changed everything. Titan and I were on our usual walk when he suddenly froze, body tense, muscles coiled. Without warning, he broke heel and bolted into Karen's backyard. I sprinted after him, calling his name. He stopped in front of her shed, nose pointed, tail still his trained alert signal. The same one that had led to dozens of arrests and rescued children. Karen's voice pierced the silence. "Get that beast off my property!" she shrieked from her deck, phone already in hand. "I'm calling 911! This is trespassing and harassment!" I called Titan back. He hesitated but obeyed. "Karen," I said calmly, "Titan only alerts when there's something significant. He's never been wrong." Her face turned crimson. "Are you threatening me? Accusing me of something? I'll have that dog banned so fast!" And then she made the call. I could hear her spinning her tail, a vicious, out-of-control animal trying to break into her shed, me encouraging it. Minutes later, Officers Martinez and Chen arrived. They approached cautiously, but relaxed the moment they saw Titan sitting calmly by my side. Officers, I greeted. Marcus Sullivan, retired sergeant, Riverside PD, K-9 unit. This is Titan. He alerted on that shed. In 15 years, he's never had a false positive. Karen burst in. I don't care who you are. That dog is a menace. This is private property. Chen held up a hand. Ma'am, we'll need to look inside the shed. Karen's panic was instant. Absolutely not. That's illegal. I'll sue. That's when Tom stepped forward, holding up his phone. Officers, I think you'll want to see this. On his screen was grainy night vision footage. Karen, distinct in her nightgown, dragging a bicycle toward the shed. In other clips, she hauled garden tools, furniture, and what looked like a barbecue grill. Martinez's voice was firm. Ma'am, based on this evidence and the K-9 alert, we have probable cause. Please unlock the shed. Karen's composure shattered. You can't do this. I know my rights. But Officer Chen was already calling in for backup and a bolt cutter. The moment the lock snapped echoed like a gunshot. Inside was a hoarder's treasure trove of stolen goods. Bikes, grills, patio sets, tools, all crammed into the tiny space. But what caught everyone's attention was the pegboard. Dozens of labeled keys. Keys to neighbors' sheds, garages, and gates. All in Karen's tidy handwriting. She had built a kingdom of theft, hidden behind her title and clipboard. The handcuffs clicked shut around her wrists. It's not what it looks like, she stammered. I was protecting. The investigation revealed everything. Karen used her HOA inspections to make copies of keys, then returned later to take whatever she wanted. The total value? Over $50,000 in stolen goods. She was charged with burglary, theft, and criminal trespass. At her arraignment, Judge Harper set bail at $100,000 and informed her she faced up to 15 years behind bars. Karen's shocked scream, 15 years? Rang through the courtroom as she collapsed into her seat. Her kingdom had fallen. And Titan? He just sat beside me, calm and proud, waiting for his next cue.